So Matt, congratulations on One Last Night.
Thank you. Yeah.
What was it about the script that made you want to be involved as a producer?
I think it was more about just working with Anthony. He's such a great director, and we'd been working together very early on, so kind of got to help him develop the story towards the end, and then get all the production in work. So it worked out.
And what are the challenges of putting on a rom-com that you hope would stand out compared to other rom-coms?
See, I don't know. I don't see it as a rom-com. I always saw it, as a comedy, with romantic undertones. I feel like rom-coms got such a stigma towards it. I think it's a little bit more real of a film. I think it's a very millennial film and a very millennial love story. So I think that's a story that we were trying to tell.
So congratulations on One Last Night.
Thank you very much.
So what is it about this project that made you want to direct it?
Well, actually, that's a problem. The idea of the movie happened to me a few years ago when I got stuck in a movie theater with a girl on a first date. True story. Unfortunately or fortunately, in my story, we did not get locked for the full night. But yeah, and a little bit later on, I thought that it would be a great starting point to make it a story, a movie. So that's what really made me want to direct this movie.
So would you recommend first date to be in a movie theater? Is that an ideal place?
Actually, it's been a while. Besides that date, specific date, it's been a while I haven't been on a date at a movie theater. But it really depends. It's a hit or miss, I guess. But in this case, it was like mostly a miss. But a movie came out of that, so it's probably a hit. So yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't give any advice about dating. Not the best person for that.
Talking about rounding up this fantastic cast: Ali, Kelly, Luke, and Raquel.
Yeah, we got very lucky to have a cast that was very committed to the project, and that's what I really wanted, because we were in an economy like of indie movies where you need to have like people who believe in the project and people who will want to do maybe a little bit more than what they should do. And with these people, they were fantastic. They were always very. First of all, they were very good like actors, but on top of that. They always wanted to help to improve the movie, to improve the project on set, and even later on in the post process. So yeah, I found them all like in very different circumstances. Some of them I knew them from friends, and other people I just really wanted to work with them, and we went the classic route, going to the agent and all that. So, but. I think I was very lucky with this cast. So
I think so too. Now, before I let you go, why do you think my fans should go check out One Last Night compared to other rom-coms out there?
Well, because it's a rom-com, but it's not a rom-com. It is a rom-com. You could tell it's a rom-com, but there's a big twist that makes it. I think interesting to see, and I can't tell much about this twist because. People would not want to go anymore, but no, I guess it's a great little story, a great little movie that you want to probably watch on a date while on a date.
Luke, congratulations on One Last Night.
Thank you very much. Lovely to be here.
Were you always a fan of romantic comedy?
Always, especially like growing up in London, big fan of Richard Curtis, Four Weddings and a Funeral, Notting Hill. They're the best, and it's kind of a dream to have always done this, and now I'm here.
Now, movie theater, dating in a movie theater, is that your ideal location for a date, do you think? What's your ideal location for a date?
I like to grab a drink, get to know someone. Second date, movie.
Okay.
And it's very important what they choose. I don't really like horror movies that much. I like them, but not that much. But you know what? They're not bad for a date. They're not bad for a date. I get scared. I might, need a bit of comfort. That's the truth, honestly. So I think second date, great idea. First date, you want to get to know someone.
So what do you want the fans to know about this movie, that they should watch this movie? Why?
It's great fun. It's great fun. If you've ever been on a date, if you've ever felt nervous and awkward like we all have, this movie says that. And with repercussions, but great fun. And I enjoyed making it. And I felt like most of the time that I was on a date anyway. A little uncomfortable at the start. You don't know your co-star. And then towards the end, you're like, all right. I like you.
Now, congratulations on One Last Night.
So much.
I want to ask about why it's not titled One More Night, but I think that might be spoilery.
I know, who knows? Maybe we talk about the next film, One Last Flight. It all takes place on an airplane, so maybe it comes out later.
Now, for my fans, what is your role and what's the movie about?
Yeah, of course. I play Zoe. She's the romantic lead in the film, and the movie is about a couple who's on a first date. They get trapped in a movie theater and don't really care for each other so much at the beginning, but obviously through all of these sort of odd, strange events, they end up coming together in the end. We don't want to reveal too much, but you can imagine, rom-com.
Having read the script, what was it about that stands out compared to other rom-coms you've seen?
It deals with a lot of contemporary, things in contemporary dating. Like, obviously, they meet on an app. I find that around 70% of couples actually meet on apps these days. It's like actual real statistic, which is a totally new way to date and fall in love. That's completely new to us in 2019, and I guess the last 5 years or so. So we explore that a little bit, and all of the hilarity that ensues with our present day.
Is movie theater an ideal place for a first date?
I don't think so. Not for me. But yeah, no, for me, that's not ideal for a first date at all. But
Where would that place be for you?
oh, first date. For me, let's see. I mean, you know what? I'm sort of classic. I'd like to go to a restaurant, wine and charcuterie, and I'm a happy girl.
Restaurant by the Eiffel Tower?
Oh, you get me! See, you knew better than me. Perfect.
Kelly, congratulations on One Last Night.
Thank you. Thank you.
Looking forward to screening this film. What is your role in the film?
So I play Hannah, who is opposite Brian Baumgartner, and he takes me and kind of tries out this idea of being locked into a movie theater and kind of figuring your way out. So I'm kind of the test subject, the mouse, if you will.
And how's that experience for you, being the test?
It's good. It turns out good.
Good. Now, is a movie theater your ideal place for your first date for you?
You know, so here's the deal. So I enjoy movies. I like all kinds of movies. And some people may argue, well, you don't get a really chance to talk to someone, so get to know them. However, this is what I counter with is that if you go to like an art gallery, you can both look at a piece of art and then discuss it afterwards. It's the same way, right? So if you go to a movie theater on a date, you get to sort of experience this story. And then hopefully, I think the date would have to include like coffee or a drink or something afterwards to get that other person's perspective. Like, what did you get from it? Did it ring true with you? You know, you really get to know that person by hearing someone else's story. So I think it'd be a great idea to take someone to a movie on a first date, as long as you get a chit chat afterwards.
And it also gives an indicator, right? If she doesn't like the same movie that you like, that might be a flag, right?
Well, yes, although you could say, I mean, like, my husband likes a lot of action movies, and I like romantic comedies and, you know, tearjerkers. So a lot of times we will be watching, like, Mission Impossible movies, and I'm always like, what? Who's that? What did he do? What is who's? So no, I don't know if we would be married if he took me to Mission Impossible as our first date. 'Cause I have too many questions about action movies because I get distracted by other stuff than the plot.
I agree.
I mean, the plot technically is important to pay attention to.
It's so confusing, Mission Impossible.
This is why I couldn't watch Game of Thrones. There was, like, everyone had a lot of plot points happening, and it was too pretty for me to pay attention to what was going on, because their hair was amazing. Their costumes were fantastic. They were in castles. No, I can't pay attention to plot when that's happening.
But you get depressed at the end, Game of Thrones, so...
I understand it was a horrific ending, so, you know, I'm glad I didn't invest.
Congratulations on One Last Night.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
For my fans, what is your role in the film?
I play Taryn, the sister to the romantic lead, the male, the sister to him. We own a movie theater that we inherited from our father, and we're just doing everything we can to save it.
Wow. If you own a movie theater, what kind of movies would you show?
Old movies,
Okay, like black and white?
yes, and always on film.
Always on film, not digital.
Yeah, yeah.
Got it.
Totally.
So what is it about this movie that makes it stand out compared to other rom-coms you've seen?
It's a really small, intimate story about just a few people, and you don't really meet many other characters, which I think is really fun. It takes place in minimal locations, and every character is really quirky. Like, real strange. Real strange. Yeah.
Ali, before I let you go, I'm a huge fan of American Pie franchise. It's been 7 years since American Reunion.
Long time.
Exactly. But I love your role in that.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Can you tell me about your share few words about what was it like for you to be part of that franchise? And do you hope for another installment to happen?
I would love another installment to happen. I've been waiting 7 years. It was amazing to step into a franchise that was built for so long and something that I grew up on. Like, I was probably too young to be watching American Pie. It came out, I think I was 9 years old. But like, it taught me what sex was, and from then on, I felt like that was my childhood. And then to like step in and be with those guys and hanging out all summer while filming that movie was awesome.